There's a trap about manifesting that I fell into, and there's a good chance you have too, if you've ever tried to use or understand the law of attraction. In the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is and how to avoid it, or in case you've already fallen into it, how to get out of it easily. Once you do, manifesting will become both easy and fun. So stick with me. Hi, I'm Trevor, and there was a time in my life when I tried to be the best law of attraction student ever. Not because I was competitive, but because I was struggling desperately with life and I wanted that to stop. I never seemed to have any money, and I couldn't for the life of me find anyone to love or who wanted to love me for more than a few months anyway. There were times when I genuinely thought I was doomed to spend my life scraping along the bottom financially speaking, and that I'd probably end up broke and alone. It wasn't a pretty prediction, so you can see why I wanted the law of attraction to work. Except it didn't. It took me literally years of struggling with it, as well as everything else in life, to realize that it was the struggling itself that prevented manifesting. These days, I'm happy to report, I have a wonderful wife whom I met and married in 2006. That's an amazing story in itself. And money flows to me in abundance. Part of seeing that the struggle itself was the problem came from exposing the trap I'm going to explore here today. And if you'd like more understanding of my struggle-free, effortless approach to manifesting, then I have a free ebook called Let's Manifest A Ferrari, which you can download by simply clicking the link at the top of the description below this video. All right, I've kept you in suspense long enough. Just what is this law of attraction trap, and how can you avoid it? Well, let me start by asking you a question. When you want to manifest something, who or what are you supposed to ask? The universe, right? You're told that if you align your energy just right with it, the universe will deliver what you want. You can never be sure if you've got that energy alignment right, of course. You just have to visualize enough, repeat affirmations all day long, and so forth. The belief is that if you get that spot on, the universe will deliver like some cosmic Amazon or something. But here's the real problem with that thinking. It assumes you're separate from what you're trying to create, that you're here and your dream life is out there somewhere waiting to be attracted. That's the trap. Because if you believe you have to get your energy just right to influence some external force, then every time something doesn't show up, you'll assume it's because you weren't positive enough, you had limiting beliefs, you didn't let go properly, and suddenly manifesting turns into a never-ending self-improvement project. Sound familiar? So let's shift perspectives. What if manifestation isn't about attracting anything? What if it's actually about how you experience reality from the inside out? Your brain has a filtering system, which, when you think about it, is a total necessity when you consider the amount of data and input you're bombarded by every minute of the day. It filters out what it believes is unimportant or irrelevant to you and lets the important stuff come to your awareness. That's how you're able to hear someone speak your name across a noisy, crowded room. Your filtering system knows that sound is important to you. But the key thing to understand here is that you're constantly training and updating that filtering system. Now, when it comes to manifesting, that's something you need to really understand. For example, let's say you want some more money. I use money as an example often because it's easy to measure. Either you've got it or you haven't. That's the point at which most people stop and try to manifest, yours truly included, for a long time. So don't beat yourself up. We've fallen into the trap of believing that if only we can get the techniques right, we can persuade the universe to deliver the stuff we want. But your filtering system won't get that message. You've just updated it to understand that not having enough money is important, and it will keep on noticing how you don't have enough money. It will draw your attention to beggars, documentaries about how people are struggling with the cost of living, how expensive nice things are, and so on. Besides, it's never stuff you really want. When I was frantically trying to make all of this work, I read a book called How to Be Happy, which seemed to be on the right lines. I recall there was a tale of a woman who lived on a park bench and slept in a waste bin liner bag. Yet she was perfectly happy. When she was asked, she explained that she had everything she wanted: friends, food, animals to talk to, and a place to live. Whilst I certainly don't envy her lifestyle, I got the point. Happiness is a state of mind. It has nothing to do with the stuff you've acquired. Another anecdote I heard recently, and this is very much third hand, so I may get the details wrong, but the point is clear. This concerns the author Joseph Heller, who wrote a best-selling novel called Catch-22. Someone, years later, was talking to Joseph and mentioned a hedge fund manager he knew. He commented that this hedge fund manager made more money in a month than Heller had made in his lifetime from sales of the book. Heller replied, "Yes, but I have something he doesn't. I have enough." Now, I'm not saying that you should be comfortable living on a park bench or that you should be satisfied with what you have at all times. But I am saying that what you're after manifesting isn't the money or anything else you can measure. It's a change in the way you feel. Let's go back to the example of wanting to manifest some more money. It's probable that you'd have a rough idea of how much you want in mind. I doubt finding a penny in the street would be your idea of successful manifesting. On the other hand, I know a lot of people who want to have a go at manifesting a big lottery win, which presumably would be multiple millions. When you do that, what are you telling your brain's filtering system? I know that consciously you'd believe that if you became that rich, all your money worries would be over forever. That's almost never the case, by the way, but that's a whole other rabbit hole, and I'm not going down there today. But your filtering system gets that you're desperate. It understands that to all intents and purposes, you have nothing. And if that's what you're focused on, it will keep on delivering more nothing and desperation to you. However, it's not the money you need. You want to change the way you feel. You want relief. You want peace of mind. You want security for the future. None of those things are measurable, but I'm right, aren't I? If you had those, the desire for manifesting money would go away or never arise in the first place. Neither Joseph Heller or the woman who lived on the park bench wanted more, but the hedge fund manager, despite being very wealthy, would always want more. That has nothing to do with how much any of them had in the bank. That's a state of mind. And the reason you so desperately want more right now is because you feel anxious, afraid even. You can't see a way out. So you imagine things will go on like this or even get worse. So you go asking the universe, whatever you conceive that to be, to deliver what you think will solve all your problems. But here's the truth, and this is where we fall into the trap I told you about at the start of this video. The universe isn't an external thing outside of you. It's built into your own mind like a hologram, and the so-called thing you're asking for help is another part of you, which is fine because the answers are inside you too. So if you stop waiting for some outside force to deliver your goodies, like waiting for an order you placed with Amazon, and understood firstly that what you want is to feel better than you do at this moment, and that there's always an answer to that, If you understood those two things, then you'd have peace of mind, wouldn't you? Don't ask how it will come. As soon as you do that, you'll try to take control again. The sense of relief comes from knowing with total certainty that of course there's an answer, even if you can't see it yet and can't imagine for the life of you what it might be. If you could, you'd just do it, wouldn't you? We usually turn to trying to manifest when we've run out of our own ideas. So either let it happen or don't ask in the first place, would be my advice. And once you understand that there's always an answer to everything, you'll have security about your future, won't you? Can you see? Trying to manifest by thinking your way to the answer is like trying to lift yourself off the ground by tugging on your own shoelaces. You're fighting your own mind. But left to do its own thing, it has access to all the wisdom of the universe, and an answer will come, always, every time. Promise. I hope this video has been helpful. I know that some of these ideas are easy to say and feel hard to do, which is why I wrote my free ebook, Let's Manifest a Ferrari, which you can download by clicking the link at the top of the description. And if you still think that winning the lottery is the answer to all your prayers, you might want to watch my video called Why Can't I Use the Law of Attraction to Win the Lottery? I'll put a link on the screen at the end and also in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in another video.